Alright, so we're back in Sorbago. This is again where we have the civil war going on between the local imperial forces and a local independence movement. There's also a storyline related to slavery and a imperial representative. Don't know what's going on here because it should have just taken me to the launch position, but whatever. It's a new release. I'm not going to complain. Speaking of new release, they just released patch 1.03, I believe. So I have mixed feelings about one of the changes they made. One of the changes they made was
Ship released.
limiting
Engines
the
engaged.
probability of NPC bounty hunters stealing a bounty from you. So, ooh, yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that was less than graceful. Just ignore that happening. I forgot I had all my pips in engines, so yeah, it usually takes a little bit more vertical thrust to get up. That obviously was a little too much. Anyway, in 1.03, they made it so
Cannot
that
comply. Landing gear
when
retracted.
you're attacking and doing damage to a bounty target, the NPC ships are less likely to be able to snipe it from you. They don't actually go into specifics. I don't know if it just has changed to a most damage done gets the bounty, but what it looked like before was like the person who got the last shot in on it got the bounty. So you'd have this scenario where you're picking away at a target's shields and their armor,
Engage.
and then all of a sudden you'd get it down to like 2-3%, and one of the NPCs would just take a shot at it, and boom, all the time and effort you put into it would go away. Now, where I'm conflicted about this is, yeah, I like it from a quality of life standpoint, be like, yay, I don't have to worry about my bounties being taken away from me and the effort put in. But the flip side was, I tried really hard to become more proficient about timing my attacks and trying to stay on target. And honestly, I think it led to better piloting skill. Well, aside from what you just saw on me trying to undock. But in general, better piloting skills. Let's choose a faction here. Okay, so we're going to support the Imperials. So Mastapolos Mining Incorporated is an Imperial Corp here. Liberals of Sorbago are more of an independence movement. And now we just
Target shields offline.
Now another thing that kind of bothers me is in these conflict zones, they don't really give you a lot of incentive for actually doing this. I did a little of this last night, and like the payout wasn't that great compared to other bounties. Also, I didn't notice all that great of a increase in my faction holdings or reputation with the Imperials for supporting the Imperials. So I don't know if they're tweaking it, if it's meant to be that way, if it's meant to be consistent because you're always going to get 3k per kill. I mean, I don't know their design philosophy behind it, but for me it's more about impacting the storyline right now. Like, I like the idea of supporting the Imperials in here,
Charge detected.
having them.
Target shields offline.
See, 3k.
Target destroyed.
And just having an impact on the game universe. To me, that's the cool part. That's the part that keeps me doing stuff like this. That and amusing people. So hopefully you guys are amused by this. I'll see if I can
Target shields offline.
manage not to run into any more station walls while destroying or attempting to destroy. I'm still a little kind of
Frameshift charge detected.
Nope. No, sir. Yeah, see?
Target destroyed.
That's actually a good example. I didn't do the most damage on that one, and I didn't get the last shot, so That's the reason why I didn't get the 3K credit for
Target shields
combat
offline.
participation,
Target
which
shields offline.
understandable on that.
Frameshift charge detected.
See again with that. So I think they did.
Target destroyed.
I think they did it based upon most damage now. See, that would be a curse as well if you were able to come in and snipe something. Now you have to be the highest DPS on it, which opens a whole nother can of worms. Although I don't envy developers and having to make hard design
Target
decisions
shields
because
offline.
you really can't make everybody happy. Okay, the guy just launched chaff. That throws my gimbals off all over the place, so... This is where fixed mounts would actually be more beneficial, because they're not affected by that, and the fact that I'm usually on target, where the gimbals come in handy is in scenarios where you get in real close, and then it just booms, especially when you're doing like really tight turns, and like you're really on them. Gives you more time on target, but the further away you are, the less accurate it is. Okay. Let's try the power plant. Did a little boost. Don't like this guy being so far away. And he's about to come back on with shields.
Target shields online.
I wonder if they tweaked the gimbals a little bit, because I swear they're a little bit more loose.
Target shields offline.
My frame shift going offline and online again. Okay.
Target destroyed. Target shields offline.
Oh, no you didn't. No you didn't. No.
Under attack.
Nope, they got it.
Target destroyed.
Whoa. Now we got a player attacking. This just became a lot more interesting. Okay, so this is really my first run at PvP, so we'll see how this
Target
goes.
shields offline.
So far it's not going too well for him, which works for me.
Frameshift charge detected.
Yeah, he's trying to rabbit. there's not much you can do.
Target destroyed.
Well, that was exciting. So yeah, first PvP match. That went surprisingly well. Although, there we go. I was about to say, where's the rest of the action? Just doing 4 pips into my engines, get me a little bit quicker to the combat zone. Also, it allows me to do the boost. Like if you look at the bottom right hand side, you notice the little charge bar. When the charge bar gets to full, you're basically back up and running for hitting tab and getting speed boost. So back to full weapons. Use that boost. Use a Viper.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
See, I can rip through their shields, no problem. It's the hole that takes a little while. But again, that's my choice of weapons. Like, I like the energy weapons. Like, there's major advantages to energy weapons, lasers, but mostly for me, it's thematic. I mean, it's a space game. I like lasers. Yes, it does get that pathetic, simple. Oh hey, cool. And yeah, okay, let's just get close to where it doesn't matter where I'm firing. And he's actually just drifting, so like, whatever acceleration he had going, it's just kind of drifting off in that direction.
Target destroyed.
See, you figure I'd be getting more reputation or something, but whatever. Maybe we'll check it after I turn in the combat bonds. Maybe it's got to be recorded. There's a part of me that hopes that the guy hadn't been like killing for a while and destroying him, just basically made him lose all the progress he had as far as money. Like if you don't dock, after storing a bunch of bounties and kills and all the credits that you see in the transaction screen, if you die, you lose them. But if you dock, it saves it, and then you can just redeem it when you dock too. But you have to be at the faction that is appropriate to whatever the bounty is. So if you got bounties that were put in place in Alliance territory, you have to dock at an Alliance station to collect the bounty. Federation, Imperial, same thing.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
I wonder if this is a mistake. I bet this is a mistake. Oh, tried to ram him, but didn't quite do it. It's a freaking laser light show.
Under attack.
Okay, that didn't do so much. I'm pretty sure I had to have some speed in me to actually put a dent in them. But ramming in this game, I've been straight up just destroyed by going full speed into somebody. Flip side, they were destroyed too, but that doesn't do you really good when you lose all your bounties because you haven't docked in a while.
Target shields online.
Come on, come on. There we go. Let's get those shields down.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Okay. See, why does my frame shift keep going down? That's my question. That's what I don't understand. Oh, and as far as like role playing, I'm pretty sure in-game wise, if I really flew like this, I'd have my license revoked.
Target destroyed.
Ooh, Python. Okay. That can be a little dangerous. And by Python, I'm just referring to the type of ship. And he launched not countermeasures, chaff. Difference. Countermeasures would be for if he was trying to avoid missiles, or anything along those lines. Ooh. No. Don't shoot that at me. If I had a slower, bigger ship, it'd be easier for them to get a pick on me. Right now, the main benefit I've seen to the Viper is its mobility combined with speed and firepower. It's a really nice little ship in regards to having a little bit of everything you need when it comes to combat, but that's its shtick. That's it. If you want to do exploration, there's a lot more ships out there that can get much further jump distance. If you want something that can haul cargo, same thing. This is pretty much straight up. You want to blow stuff up and zip around space really, really quick. This is your bird. Or I guess this is your serpent. I mean, whatever. But you know what I mean. Yeah, so like Python, I guess you would call it more of a high-end ship. Definitely takes a while to peck away at. I probably should have just looked for like another Eagle or a Viper or something. Something with a little bit less of a tank. And then just, I would have been already done with this fight. But, and see, they got... See, if I do circles around them, I'm fine. But the moment they get behind me, my shields start dropping pretty quick. So I just kind of strafe left and right. See, they're not really suicidal, so like if you come charging at them, they will avoid collision. But I need to get out of here. So I'm gonna boost 2 engines. Okay, so this should be out of his effective range. 2.8 clicks. And then notice right hand side. Oh, okay, just kidding. Not outside of his effective range. If you notice right hand side, ooh, yeah, okay, he's pursuing me, that's why. I thought he would have gotten distracted with the other guy attacking him, but guess not. Bottom right hand side, power allocation. So system, engines, weapons. I pumped it into systems because that's what you need to get your shields recharging. So basic strategy is get away from them quickly and then recharge my shields. And don't do that. recharge time.
Target
Fortunately,
shields online.
shields. See, it's the shields that are just that extra little layer of annoyance. But again, my weapon of choice being the beams, it cuts through the shields pretty quick. And so keep in mind, pythons, again, they're kind of up there on the difficulty scale if you want to think about it in traditional RPG terms. This would be like elite level mob if you want to
Target shields offline.
do the horrible conversion from MMO to Space Sim. Really just straight up, it's built to be kind of a tank. Like if I was flying a ship with a large weapon mount, or if I was using railguns or cannons on the hull, probably go a lot quicker. But
Under attack.
there's kind of like this speed curve, or efficiency curve if you will, to where going up against softer targets like eagles and vipers, going through their shields quickly and just unloading on them with lasers. Okay, that's annoying. Stop that. Boosting away, and we're gonna make it pass at you. Anyway, efficiency curve to where it makes more sense just to do alpha on an eagle, and a lot of times when you empty out your entire charge for your weapons, like the eagle will be dust. I'm really excited to save up and get some of the higher grade weapons. Right now I got F grade on my pulse lasers and E grade on my beams. My beams are my class 1s, my pulse lasers are my class 2s. So I saw some nice damage increase on the stats when I was looking through the store on what to buy for upgrades. So my strategy on this guy is to take out his power plant. If you look, his hull's at 48%, his power plant is at 21%. Look at his speed, or not speed, but the distance, 4.16 clicks and closing. So he's clearly, well, he was pursuing. I think he just got distracted by the guy that was following him. So, oh, nope, he's still pursuing. Let's do this. Okay, yeah. So that was totally not intentional. Did not mean to try to kamikaze the guy. With his mass, that probably would have ended very poorly for me. But let's go ahead and try to rip through that last 50%. And, of course, oh, by the way, try not to let your shields fail. If you can, get away and start recharging, because it takes a while for the shields to come back online, whereas recharging your shields when they're already active is a much quicker process. So again, just keeping speed, making strafing runs, trying to strafe anytime I actually do make a head-on conflict. There are people that are much better at this than I am, but just to give you a general idea of how the combat mechanics work, I guess it's the simple to play but difficult to master design, which I appreciate. There are some people who can do crazy
Target
maneuvers
shields
by
offline.
manipulating whether flight assist is on or off. It's actually really kind of cool. Oh, and a nice little thing of camaraderie. I was reading from Roberts Space Industries. Chris Roberts gave a shout out to Elite, giving them props for
Under attack.
launch. And he's gone.
Target destroyed. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's put that in engines and let's go ahead dock, collect our bounties. Decent haul.
4, 3, 2,
I think like 15k.
1. Engage.
Again, like, I'm mostly doing this for the roleplay, just because supporting the Imperial faction, I'm one of those people that when I was watching Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and New Hope, I was like, yeah, the Empire's kind of cool. So I guess that's kind of spilled over onto this. Also, they have the Imperial Clipper, which I really, really, really want. It's a ridiculous amount of money though, but I imagine that I'm going to need to have the Imperial faction for that. The equivalent would be the Federal Dropship. Not so crazy about that one. The Imperial Clipper has 2 large weapon hardpoints. So I'm thinking for Alpha Burst and just basically trying to destroy something before it even gets a chance to maneuver. The Imperial Clipper will be a nice ship. Flip side though, it'll probably turn like a brick, so it won't do a whole
Docking
lot
request granted.
as far as being able to do loop-de-loops and keeping targets in scopes. So I don't know, it'll be interesting. I mean, worst case scenario, I at least hope that it would be able to get out of Dodge and make a super cruise out if it got into too much trouble. Who knows? May end up buying a $22 million ship and then getting it exploded all over the place. Probably be like an Eagle or something ridiculous. Be like, oh hey,
Landing gear deployed.
ship that costs less than 100,000 just blew up my $22 million super cruiser. Swell. Also, that's kind of the appeal of games like this. It's not like, oh hey, I'm level 50, I can squash you. It's like, oh hey, you're a good pilot. You saved up and bought some interesting pieces of equipment and did things that I didn't account for. You totally destroyed me, even though I had a beefier setup.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
At least I think it's cool. There's some people that would rage at that, be like, no, I spent more time. I should be the master of the universe. And I'd be like, no. Play better. 18,000. Okay. Decent. So yeah, again, usually local security force bounties will be significantly more. So if you really want to make some quick cash once you got a Viper setup with minimum risk, just go into a STARS nav beacon, start looking around and scanning for bounties, and you'll see like wanted right down here on the readout. Here. Yeah. You'll see the ship icon, and then like where it says Hink Orbital, like right above that you'll see wanted. That means it's good to go. Now, interesting tidbit. If you are, I've had this happen to me, I don't know if it's bug or if it's intended, I think it's intended. But if you have a ship that is attacking you, not even attacking you, but just a ship that's wanted, and you're scanning it, but it hasn't scanned completely to where it still shows scanning where it should show the wanted tag, if you attack it before you see it as wanted, you will get a fine. So even though the ship is actually wanted, until your scanners show that and reflects that, you'll get penalties and fines. So you have to let it completely scan before you engage, unless you just want to rack up bounties. That's if you're in Federation, Empire, Alliance, or an independent system. If you're in an anarchy system, all bets are off. If there's no authorities, just blow up whatever you want. Alright, so I think that was a good run. Again, appreciate any viewers. If you guys have any feedback, please feel free to share. Um, really kind of enjoying Elite Dangerous right now. They made a lot of good design decisions. There's a lot of depth to it. You could probably explore this game for hours and hours and hours and always find out one little thing more. Um, and that being said, uh, I am open to other games. I was thinking about doing a Planescape Torment playthrough. Chris Avalon, brilliant character designer and writer. So let me know if that's of interest to any of you. And again, thanks for watching. If you really enjoyed, please feel free to follow and share with your friends.